How's it going, everybody? Welcome to OP Entertainment. I'm Omar Darwish.
And I'm Pratik Cherian.
And this is our review of Toy Story 5. They made 5 of these, Pratik.
I can't believe it.
We got a new director this time. It's Andrew Stanton and Grace
McKenna Harris. McKenna Harris.
Yeah, there you go. McKenna Harris.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're going to spoiler free on this. Not too much to spoil anyway. I'll just say that right off the bat. I enjoyed the first four in general. Yeah. You did too.
The first 3 are a masterpiece. I got to the 4th one late. I think I, like a lot of people who love the first 3 Toy Stories, are a little hesitant about going into another one because it just feels like it's unnecessary.
Yeah.
But I'll say for myself, I really enjoyed it. I had a good time.
I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I wasn't like, I want to say I'm underwhelmed, but that's only because, like, you know, we were actually going through this off camera, and how many animated movies do we review? How many animated movies have I seen recently in the past maybe 10 years? Not that many.
Not only are you not an animated movie person, you're not a kids movie person. So
So that being said, I feel like I'm not going to bring my like full criticism hat to this because it's a kids movie, and it's a shame because I do feel like Pixar used to be able to like weave it more as like, this is an adult movie and kids can watch it and it's for everyone. This feels a lot more like it's for kids, but the message is for the adults. And I think it should be the other way, kind of. I think the message should be for the kids a little more, especially because it's such a great message. I'm getting into my gripes too early.
You're way too early. My goodness.
But you know what? What'd you like about this, Pratik?
There's a lot of things I liked about it. I thought that it did a really good job of hitting its emotional beats really hard. Mm-hmm. I thought that to a certain extent, it's really nice to like be back with these characters in many ways. Even though they're like, not every character gets an extended time in the spotlight. This movie is
Some
really...
of them get shelved, is what you're saying?
Some of them get shelved.
Yeah.
This movie is really Jesse's movie, and I think that's to its credit in that it identified a strong lead.
That was the best part of the movie, for sure.
Yeah, it identifies a lead and it just follows that, and I thought that was great. To your point about the messaging, when I was watching it, I kept thinking about how we're truly in the age of the horror movie. We've had, like, Obsession, we've had Backrooms, and now for all of you parents of small children, Toy Story 5 to really scare you.
Yeah. You're worried about what your kids are doing? They are actually doing that.
Yeah, for those of you who don't know, in this, the villain in this movie is
Apple.
It's technology, right? In the movie, Bonnie's parents buy her a lily pad, so that she can connect with her peers, so she can make friends. And for all of you who are worried about what technology will do to your children, this movie is just like, yeah, all of your fears, yes,
let's feed into that paranoia, yeah.
Yes. It's truly like there's like 1 or 2 sequences early on where I'm like, they're really leading into like, oh my God.
Yeah, this is really trying to beat you over the head with like, technology is bad, stay away from your screens. And I mean that messaging is in the trailers. I don't think that's a spoiler.
That's
not
a spoiler. No.
So if you're here for that, I think you'll be here for the movie. I personally think that like a lot of that messaging was a little too heavy-handed to the point where it's kind of annoying at the beginning, and it's tonally all over the place in that way. And it's a kids movie, so like maybe it needs to be to balance like some of the heavier emotional aspects.
You think
of
that?
It.
I think I'm going to disagree. I thought the movie was like throughout. Like, yes, it is a kids movie. It is for children, but I kind of thought like it gives good like cute all ages laughs all throughout. Like I thought it never like, while it hits the emotional beats, you're never like, it doesn't go over the top with it too often. Like it hits just enough, and then like we're still keeping it like lighthearted and loose.
I don't know. I'd like to think that I don't judge the humor of a kids movie that harshly, and even I was like, okay guys, what are we doing? And some of these jokes, whoa. Oh, that's all I'll say.
I thought it was great. I enjoyed it.
What'd you think of the story overall this time around?
Yeah,
because I feel like we're talking about the messaging, because I think the messaging kind of takes the story, at least for me.
I think the messaging for us who don't have children and are not children ourselves, I think the messaging is the part that we're resonating with the most.
Yeah.
But I think overall story-wise, I mean, I hate to say this, but like it's a Toy Story movie. There's lost toys. There's toys jumping out of cars and windows. And trying to like get to different things.
It's
like
repeating a lot of beats that are in all like you just said, all the Toy Story movies. I thought that was kind of lazy too, right? Like they were like, we have a really good idea, and that's where we're coming back to make this Toy Story movie. No, you didn't.
Well,
like,
they did as far as
a good message. They didn't have a good script and a good story.
I think it's a good idea for a story. I think the like. Again, it's a Toy Story movie. I don't know what we're asking for really, but like the like how we get the plot, I think is what we're getting at. Like how we get from point A to point B to like how we set up these emotional scenes and these emotional beats can get a little I don't want to say repetitive, but like it is like I've seen 4 Toy Story movies. Like I've seen all these things I've seen before.
It's as if they're banking on kids haven't seen the other 4,
which they may not
give
have.
them their first Toy Story, which is fine. And like maybe I'm just taking it too seriously, and this is like George Lucas, like, hey, the prequel Star Wars has always been for kids. If you enjoy it now, you're crazy or whatever. Yeah. And maybe that's me. I'm like, this just wasn't for me. This is for kids, which I need to stress this again. This message is so important for kids. And to only target it at the parents is a huge missed opportunity for me. This message should have been targeted at the kids. It should have gotten under the kids' skin. Other than like
you're wanting the kids to regulate their own technology. Is that what parents are for?
I'm wanting the kids to understand from this movie that tech is bad. And I don't think I think it beats the parents over the head. I don't think it really. It just tells the kids tech is bad, and it shows them I don't
actually think that's necessarily the message.
It's not necessarily the message, but it's more so about how touch grass, right? There's a lot of messages in here, but I just think it's more so like it's aimed at, hey, parents, don't parent your kids this way.
See, but like, I don't know. I still think that kids will get something from it, but I also think like kids are going to enjoy just watching Jesse, Woody, and Buzz like problem solve. Like that's kind of what these movies are. I think this is one where I think if you have kids like under the age of, let's say, like 9 or 10, I think you will, like, you as parent, I think you can sit down with your kid, you can watch this movie, and I think you both can enjoy it, and you'll both get things out of it, and though they will be different things, but I think that this is one of those things that like parents like of kids in that age range will enjoy it, and,
for sure,
and we'll find something out of it. Yeah,
and it justifies how they parent their kids.
For a certain demographic of parents, yes. For another, it might be
like this is bullshit.
or you might just be hearing from your conscience later that night. Do you want to score it? Like, is there more we want to touch on here?
I'm ready to score it. I think it's a fine kids movie. I think it's kind of underwhelming as a Toy Story movie. I wanted us to rank the Toy Story movies, but as we're talking about this, I don't know where this would fit in. It's better than the 4th one. It's not as good as the first 3. That's kind of how I feel about it. I think that like
it's better than the one I watched as an adult. It's not as good as the ones when I was a kid.
Yeah, and like if
the kids movie, sure. I like the kids movie from when I was a kid.
I am willing to accept that maybe it's nostalgia that makes me think that those movies were just better written and they have more purpose to them and they're better stories. But I'm an adult now and they're not for me. That's fine. I just I'm not gonna give it a 10 out of 10. Then it's a 6. It's a 6 or a 7. Oh God! I just said 6, 7 in a kids joke movie.
Is that really what you're doing?
No, I'm thinking like 6.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
I mean, I'll never return to this. If I ever want to like watch a Toy Story movie, it'll be one of the first 3.
It'll be one from when you were a kid.
Exactly. I don't. Like maybe if I have kids one day and they're on their iPad too much, I wouldn't even show them this because this is for the parents. This isn't for the kids. So like this was a missed opportunity.
You know what? If you have kids and they're on their iPad too much, you should watch this and look at yourself in the mirror.
You're right. Exactly. Yeah. Exactly.
Okay. So, yeah. I'm just gonna go. I'm giving it a 9. I really enjoyed it. I thought the themes were good. I thought that it's not perfect by any means, but I thought overall it still brought the like classic Pixar like emotional gut punches.
The emotional stuff was great.
Yeah. And again, like we've been saying, it's a movie for children. Like it's not for us. And I think if I was a kid and I was watching this movie, I think this would be one of my favorite movies if I saw it as like an 8-year-old.
I wonder, So that's kind of also the thing. Like, we're talking about, like, who is this for? For, like, kids of our generation, I do think we would get something out of this.
Yeah.
I just think a kid nowadays, and maybe I just don't know kids, but I think kid nowadays is going to watch this and just either be on their iPad already or instantly be on their iPad after this. It's not going to change anything, and they had a real opportunity here.
I don't think that's the point. I don't think...
I do think that's the point.
No. You always complain about, like, movies that are heavy-handed with the messaging, and I think this is one that, like...
But this is heavy-handed with the message.
For parents, not if you're a kid, not if you're the audience, if you're the intended audience.
But like that's.
And I think that saying that, like, oh, if you're a kid, you're going to go back to your ways. Well, like, yeah, because it introduces a message, but it's not trying to, like, its job is not to change the kid. That's the parent's job.
Sure, sure. I guess you're right. I just think that, like, these Toy Story movies have always had great lessons for kids, and, like, you're not going to say that when you were a kid you didn't learn something from these movies. Like, I don't know. I feel like these movies do provide.
That is a off-camera discussion I will happily have with you.
Listen, I'm not saying, like, these movies have always been, like, the most deeply philosophical things, but leading up to, like, they were getting there from the building from the first to the third one. They got deeper as they went, I would say, and, like, this, even the fourth one, like, I don't remember too much about it.
All right. Like, I'm stopping.
There's some stuff there. There's some stuff there with Woody, like, dealing with his emotions and stuff. And then this is just, oh, I'm balding. Like, just make a joke out of it. Like, I don't know. It's fine. It's the prequel of the Toy Story movies.
No, it's not. It's much better than that. I think it's Return to Form. I think that it's much better than the fourth one. I don't think there's a question about that.
I wouldn't say Return to Form, but agree to disagree. That's why we did this together.
Agree to disagree. I think it was great. I quite enjoyed it. I think that I think a lot of people will resonate with it.
I think if your kid's on their iPad, maybe you should watch this movie.
I think if you have kids and your kids are navigating life in a digital world, I think that you will, like, this movie will bring up things that you as parent are thinking about and have thought about.
I'm sure, yeah, people will identify with this movie.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. And I think identifying with it, with the emotion that it brings, I think that's going to do something that most kids movies in the last few years just haven't. And I think that speaks to the movie's credit.
I'm going to have to trust you on that because I haven't seen a lot of kids movies.
Yeah, you haven't watched a kids movie.
By the way, probably the last animated kids movie to review.
Probably.
I just not.
It was Super Mario, and it's this one, and we're done.
Listen, this counts as a kids movie.
No, it does not.
All right, we'll see you next week for an R-rated movie for sure, right?
What are we doing next week?
I think we're doing, like, Spider-Man or something.
It's not Spider-Man. That's like a month away.
We'll see you for something.
We'll see you.